high school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Good afternoon, Ariel Melendez here. A pleasure as always to be joined by Millville head coach Val Forbes. First of all, Coach, how you doing today?
All right. A nice day for baseball.
And you guys have had a couple days off to work on some things. What was kind of the message to the team as you had those kind of 5 days of break before you get into this tough week here?
Well, first rest because we had a long stretch trying to get prepared for 2 weeks. And then it's just work on our communications and implementing our defense and just work out the errors. That was big. And then try to hit 90 miles an hour on the machine. We had a great week of practice to lead up to this day. I'm excited for the boys.
And how much did it help? Because obviously you guys didn't have a ton of time together before the season to even though you played a couple games, to have those 5 days just to really kind of get to know each other on the field.
Yes, yeah, that was our team chemistry week. I would say we really locked in with each other and got some things done. We really dive deep into practice these past couple of days to really 4 hour, 3.5 hour practices to prepare for this day.
And obviously a tough week starts with two matchups against the Prep, a team that's notoriously good at about everything. We had talked to you a little bit off camera before, but how have you prepared to face this team 2 days in a row?
Well, they're good, and we all know that they're all over the place. We just work on what we need to work on, the little things. We keep preaching the little things, and if we get together the little things, limit our errors, you never know what happens in baseball.
All right, well, thank you, Coach Forbes, and good luck today. Again, Ariel Melendez, that was head coach Val Forbes. We'll be back with plenty more action as Millville will have a tough test ahead of them against the St. Augustine Prep Hermits. Stay with us.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat high school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Welcome to Mike Trout Field here in Millville, New Jersey. Today we have the Thunderbolts, the Millville Thunderbolts hosting the Hermits of St. Augustine. Millville coming in with a 2-1 record, and St. Augustine, under the head coaching of Mike Ney, is 2-0 so far this season. Their 2 wins coming over Mainland Regional, and in those 2 games they have scored 23 composite runs, so their offense has been on fire in these first 2 games of the season. Millville's, of course, they have the 2-1 record. They are going to be facing a lot of good hitters on these St. Augustine side. Joe Arachi is one of those big hitters. Joe Peacock is another one, and some other players, Will Childs, Alex Bersani, and Marco Christopher. Those are some of the key hitters in the lineup for St. Augustine, and they have certainly scored their runs. 23 runs in 2 games, Ariel Melendez.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough test for Millville, both offensively and defensively, because as you just said, this is a Hermits team that scored, 23 runs in their first 2 games, coming against Mainland in one of them. So it's going to be tough. I mean, the Prep is always good at pretty much any sport that they play, so you kind of know what you're going to get, and this is a group that's talented in kind of every facet of the game.
Absolutely. Their starting pitcher today will be Jamison Dobis. Again, their hitting has been spectacular. Just about everybody in the lineup is connecting. We mentioned some of the players. Will Childs, 3 for 6 this season with 5 RBIs. Joe Peacock, 7 RBIs in the 23 runs that the St. Augustine Hermits have scored. He's 3 for 7. So is Marco Christopher. He is 3 for 7, 3 RBIs on the season. Alex Bersani with 5 runs scored. Millville now taking the field, and they're defensive alignment. Did we have their defensive alignment there? Because I can go through it either way. All right, so for Millville defensively, at first base will be Rocco Lasavita. At second base will be Cole Mulheron. The shortstop is Trevor Yeager. And playing at third base is Gabe Reef. In the outfield, left field will be Marcellus Preston. Center field is controlled by Mario Cottrell. Garrett Shapiro, or Shapiro, whichever way you want to say it. We've been granted permission to say it either way. But I think correctly it is Shapiro, so we'll go with the correct version. Garrett Shapiro in right field. Behind the plate is Kevin Dick, and on the mound today for the Thunderbolts will be Brady Middlecoff. Just about set for the national anthem, so we'll turn it over to the
by senior Zoe Vasquez.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at her twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Zoe Vasquez delivering the national anthem very well. I like the way those last notes, a lot of singers vary the way they hit that last note. And Zoe did a great job on that. So we are just about set for baseball here at Mike Trout Field. It's a nice day again, just the temperature again a little bit on the low side, but otherwise blue skies, not a cloud in the sky, sunshine all over the field. And there's your starting pitcher, Brady Middlecoff. They'll be facing again a very tough lineup for the St. Augustine Hermits. In the leadoff spot for St. Augustine will be the shortstop, Joe Arachi. Batting second and playing at second base is Brady Jackson. First baseman will bat third, that's Alex Weingartner. In the cleanup spot, Alex Persani, he's playing at third base. Joe Peacock, the left fielder, bats fifth. Batting sixth and playing in center field is Marco Christopher. In the seventh spot in the lineup, right fielder Gabe Gillespie. Catching and batting eighth is DJ Lloyd. And the Hermits choose the number 9 spot for their DH, Will Childs. So that is the lineup from the batting side of things for the St. Augustine Hermits. Again, the Hermits coming in with a 2-0 record, and Millville is 2-1. Millville defeating Pittman in its opening game of the season and then splitting with Hamilton over the next 2 games. So we are set for the first pitch of today's ball game. It will be delivered by Brady Middlecoff, and he will start off against Joe Arachi. Shortstop and leadoff batter for St. Augustine. Stick around with us. So glad to have you with us here on Quinn Broadcasting Facebook Live, Quinn Broadcasting YouTube Live, and on Channel 22. First pitch is lofted high and pretty deep to center field. The wind is carrying that one, and the first pitch finds the area beyond the center field fence. So there you have it. Right off the get-go, 1 pitch, 1 run. It's 1-0 St. Augustine. Arachi nails the home run.
Yeah, it didn't take long to find fireworks in this one.
Well, he didn't give me a chance to tell everybody that the wind is blowing straight out. I noticed that coming in, and yes, St. Augustine definitely celebrating a first pitch home run.
And that one a little up by Middlecoff, but still obviously in the wheelhouse.
Yeah.
And that one just kept carrying, and you see Preston, you see Cottrell just both looking at it as that went just over the fence. So quick 1-0 for the Hermits.
Next batter is Brady Jackson. He looks at ball 1.
Yeah, probably not the way you want to start if you're Middlecoff.
Inside, 2-0. Well, looking at that replay, that pitch was right in the wheelhouse, and Arachi did not miss it.
Yeah, that's probably not where you want to stay if you're Middlecoff.
2-0 pitch on the outside part of the plate. Jackson chases and fouls it off. Count goes to 2-1. The on-deck batter right there is Alex Weingartner. 2-1 count on the batter. Mulheron's pitch to Jackson. Took something off that pitch. Fouls it off. Count evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, a little bit better of an at-bat here for Middlecoff, especially to be able to get 4 pitches into this one without one leaving the yard. But it's good for Middlecoff to be able to shake it off, though, and to be able to not let that first pitch home run kind of bother him.
2-2 offering. That is hit hard, but yanked way foul. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Next pitch to Jackson, down the middle, fouled off again. So Jackson now 6 pitches into this at bat.
And putting up a little bit of a battle, kind of spoiling some of Middlecoff's pitches. But this is what you don't want if you're Millville. You don't want Middlecoff to be faced with a long inning and kind of get that pitch count up early.
Again, the 2-2 pitch. That one slashed foul.
Well, we're quickly losing baseballs by the second.
Yeah, the umpire already said he's just about out of baseballs.
Well, that one of those foul balls is probably near the JV field at this point.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
So it's going to take a while to get that one back.
So Brady Middlecoff trying to get the first out of the game for Millville. That one bounces in. So the count goes full.
And Jackson doing a nice job of staying alive in this at-bat. Got himself to a full count.
Mulheron cues up the payoff pitch.
Middlecoff, but close enough.
Middlecoff, yes. And he walks him. So the leadoff home run and now the walk issued by Brady Middlecoff to Brady Jackson. Winds affecting our ability to see our field.
Well, we should say the paper that we have with the field.
Something that keeps track of who's on
our fielding
what
alignment.
base. Yeah, yeah.
We still have the field in front of us, thankfully.
Runner breaking, stops. Good off-speed pitch that time by Middlecoff to get the strike.
I don't know if that was maybe going to be a hit-and-run situation or if Jackson was kind of taking off, but we'll see if he maybe decides to take off again because he's got a pretty decent lead over there near the cutoff.
We do see a lot of runners take good leads these 2 games, and there he goes. He is running high, pitches high, and falls out of the glove. So a stolen base credited to Brady Jackson. One ball and 1 strike on the batter. 1 run across on the home run on the first pitch by Joe Arachi.
And we've seen Dick be able to throw out runners, but just couldn't quite keep that one in his hand.
Pitch missing. 2 balls and 1 strike.
And again, getting a good lead over there is Jackson. He's pretty much even with Yeager.
Middlecoff looks him back a little bit. Pitch to the plate, sails high. 3-1.
I have a feeling if Middlecoff ends up walking this batter, we could see maybe at least Kevin Dick go out to the mound and just have a little bit of a conversation.
Breaking pitch is fouled off.
Fouled off and hits the umpire.
You can't possibly do that by trying either.
No, and for Jackson, he has to go back to second. He broke off of second quick. And would have easily had that base stolen. So I have a feeling that was a hit and run, trying to put another run on the board. 'Cause I don't know that was necessarily a pitch. I say this without seeing the actual pitch. That, you know, you were going to swing no matter what with the runner breaking. That's why I said just not saying anything.
No, you're right.
Well, we'll see if Jackson takes off again.
He's shown a propensity to run. Oh, nice pitch. Got him looking for a very big strikeout and first out of the inning. So Middlecoff comes back and gets that first out via the K.
Yeah, good job to come back in this at-bat for Middlecoff. And unfortunately, the umpire's kind of right in the way of that strikeout, but trust us when we say that was right down the middle.
So there's 1 down, and the cleanup batter, Alex Bersani, now batting. Runner breaking again. Curveball was called a strike, and he is safe. Good throw, but again, such a great break from the second base bag by Brady Jackson.
Yeah, that was just about as perfect of a throw as Dick could have. I mean, he had to go around the batter a little bit, but I don't think that interfered him in any way. That was just a great break and a great slide. You want to slide to the back of the bag and make it hard for the third baseman to tag you in that situation. That's exactly what Jackson did.
1 strike pitch bouncing in, and he's going to score.
That's a bit of excellent base running from Jackson.
Well, he stole the 2 bases to get the third and scores on a wild pitch. So that's the second run of the inning now for St. Augustine. Getting a good break in this game. 2-0 lead here in the top of the first.
5-2-1.
Bases are clear, 1 out. 1-1 count on the batter. Bersani hits it pretty well, but that one's going to go way foul as well. Into that same area where the previous foul ball to the left went.
And the first count that Middlecoff has actually been ahead in with the first couple of batters in this game, so see if he can finish him off.
1-2 offering, launched into center field, and tracking it down very nicely is Mario Cottrell. So that is 2 outs in the inning. I like the way that Cottrell just kind of coasted into that, didn't over pursue it, just got to the spot.
Yeah, because center fielders are kind of the ones that control the outfield. So, you know, seeing him be calm, cool, collected, you know, just get under the ball, that's what you want to see from a guy who can cover a lot of ground out there.
Joe Peacock now the batter, grounds it straight at the shortstop, scooped up by Yeager. The throw across is in time for the third out of the inning, but it's a good inning for the St. Augustine Hermits. The leadoff home run by Joe Arachi. Some great base running, as it turned out, by Brady Jackson. 2 steals and then a scoring on the wild pitch. So 2 runs on 1 hit and nobody left on base. We are done with the top of the first. Millville coming up trailing 2-0.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
The Hermits pitcher for this ball game is Jamison Dobis. He's got a nice, comfortable start here. 2-0 lead for St. Augustine. Millville batting for the first time. And really, Millville's bats will have to keep pace here because, as we mentioned, St. Augustine put runs on the board.
Yeah, and they were able to get some quick ones in that first inning on the first pitch home run, and then excellent base running from Jackson. Gets on via the walk and steals every base after that to score a run. Now the third one coming on the wild pitch, of course, but great base running. You had a feeling if one was going to get away from Dick that Jackson wasn't going to waste any time to get off. So Millville kind of limiting the damage maybe a little bit from what the Prep has done in the first two games, so they'll want to answer early on.
Yeah, looking at the box scores of their previous two games, they have had some big innings. As we take a look at the starting lineup for Millville, as far as batting is concerned, Cole Mulheron will lead off and play second base. Marcellus Preston is the left fielder, batting second. In the third spot, Trevor Yeager, the shortstop, batting cleanup and playing catcher is Kenny Dick. Gabe Wright, the third baseman, bats fifth. The designated hitters in the sixth spot, Nate Hecox. Pitcher Brady Middlecoff bats seventh. Batting eighth and playing at first base is Rocco Lasavita. And the center fielder, Mario Cottrell, batting ninth.
And we want to mention Garrett Shapiro as well. He is not batting today, but he will be in right field, as we mentioned with our defensive alignment.
Mulheron looks at one outside, just a little bit off the plate, ball one. That one is in the gap, but nicely tracked and making the catch. That was a great catch by Gabe Gillespie. Rather acrobatic.
Yeah, he had to reach up a little bit, and you could hear the grunt of Mulheron as he put everything he had into that swing. Mulheron's had a pretty good start to the season, batting around 500, probably maybe a little bit under it now, but he's had a strong season, and more often than not, you make hard contact like that, you're going to find a hole at some point.
So there's one down, and Marcellus Preston, the left fielder, at the plate. First pitch is a little bit low. Preston awaits the next pitch from Dobis. Nice check. Ball was high, and it's one of those pitches that he called strike?
No.
So it's 2-0.
It's 2-0.
Okay. Good job of laying off that high heat. Strike is called there. Where it tries to get his tongue out of the way.
Yeah, that was just a nice pitch from Dobis. Kind of froze Preston at the plate.
2-1 offering coming. That one's nicely hit the right field. Falls in front of the right fielder there. Gillespie couldn't quite come up to that one, so we have a single for Preston with one down.
Yeah, been able to hear the contact off the bat so far, both from Mulheron and now Preston. Preston puts that in a good spot between first and second, gets Millville their first base runner.
The number 3 hitter now at the plate, shortstop Trevor Yeager. He'll be looking to do some further damage here in this inning. Yeah, he went around.
Yeah, Yeager just not able to hold up on that pitch. So a pitch in the dirt ends up being a strike.
Jamison Dobis prepares for the 0-1 offering. Goes to first base. Preston is back rather easily.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Millville tries to employ some aggressive base running as well.
Hey, I'm one.
Preston, not really with too big of a lead, maybe a couple steps off first.
Hey, one. Hey, one.
Next pitch sails outside. The catcher throwing down.
Preston
That was
almost got
close.
himself caught.
That was close. DJ Lloyd really firing it down.
He tried to catch Preston leaning a little bit and nearly did.
Hey, Trevor. Hey, Trevor.
Again, the runner takes his break off first base. Preston, 1 out base runner. Pitches up high. Two balls and 1 strike on the batter. That one sails high. So a favorable count now for Trevor Yeager. Again, we appreciate everyone watching on the various ways to watch our games, including Naz Esco. He's watching, so is Linda Harris. Christine Vasquez, thank you for being with us.
I'm 11.
That one's hit pretty well, but right at the left fielder, and he just backtracks enough. That's Joe Peacock who makes the catch. Yeager gave it a good ride, but right in the perfect position was Joe Peacock.
Yeah, the ball's coming off the bat hard, though. You kind of noticed in some of these at bats. So far the Millville hitters have been getting their bats on the ball. They've just unfortunately been putting it right in the fielder. So a guy that we know has some pop in his bat, Kevin Dick. With one swing of the bat, will try to at least help get Millville 1 run in this game, if not 2.
So they need a 2-out hit or something to that effect, a walk, anything to keep this inning alive from Kevin Dick. Throw to first base.
Yeah, they're really keeping an eye on Preston over there.
Go, Kev. Hey, Kev. Go, Kev. Let's go, Kev.
See Marcellus getting a nice lead off that bag. Dick chops it in front of the plate, coming up to make the play, and the throw is in time. So Jamison Dobis fielding his position well. 1 hit in the inning and 1 runner left on base for Millville. So we are done with 1, and St. Augustine leads it 2-0.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Second inning of work coming up for Brady Middlecoff.
And Brady Middlecoff needs somebody to throw to because Kevin Dick was the last batter. And the umpire said he needs a catcher.
Yeah.
And Kevin Dick's probably trying to throw the equipment on as fast as he can, but
Well, you got to send somebody out while Dick's getting ready.
it doesn't appear. Appears we are just waiting for Kevin Dick, and it's not his fault.
No,
He was the last batter,
that's it.
and there he comes to save the day.
A couple other viewers here on Twin Broadcasting. Mike Lasavita, Jason McLaughlin, Kevin Godfrey is also with us, Tom Herman, Fawn Epright Butcher, as is Pearl Oliver, Christy Marie, Eric Oz. Again, we have all sorts of ways for you to watch, 3 of them specifically, to be honest with you. Quinn Broadcasting Facebook Live, Quinn Broadcasting YouTube Live, and those who are fortunate enough to be in their living room and on the couch maybe a little bit of popcorn or something, watching on Channel 22. And Instagram, yes.
Well, you can't quite watch
But you
on
can
Instagram,
follow.
but you can follow, like,
Yeah, QVC
Uh,
TV.
share stories, I guess. All of the things, all of the social media things, as if I'm not a millennial and know social media. But yeah, we're trying to put up a little bit more content as we kind of get through the seasons, whether it be baseball, hopefully softball we can maybe do at some point this season, and any other of the various sports here at Millville. If I had posted it when I meant to post it, we do have an upcoming video, if you remember from basketball season, or this or that with the athletes. We will have one coming up very shortly with the baseball players as well. Just a little thing to get to know the players, and we appreciate any views and shares that you can give to that as well. QBC.TV on Instagram.
First pitch bouncing in.
That's why I handle the social media.
Oh, you can yeah, it's all yours.
It's like, I'll take everything else. You can have social media.
Yeah. 6, 7, and 8 batters coming up for St. Augustine. Leading off here is Marco Christopher. 1-0 pitch, fouled away. Might have been outside and high, but he went for it.
Middlecoff will take that. He'd certainly like a much quicker inning than the first inning. His pitch count got up quite a bit in that first one.
1-1 pitch bouncing in.
And I do believe that was the mic.
Yeah, we have a field mic right there, so if it hits the fence with that kind of velocity.
Yeah, there was a little reverberation there on the mic. I mean, it doesn't beat the other day when somebody fouled the ball off square into the mic. But make sure you can hear everything on this field.
Oh, good breaking pitch. That'll even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he had Christopher swinging very much in front of it.
Pitch to the plate is up high. Christopher kind of glitched at it, but
yeah,
did not
he
swing.
thought about it. I mean, there are a lot of times batters like that pitch. I think that was close to the pitch that Arachi sent out, too. Was just a little bit up, and batters can get a hold of that one.
Payoff pitch is grounded just.
Going over the third base bag, and that's a little bit of a break for Millville because that probably could have been extra bases.
That one had some steam to it. Well hit by Christopher.
Yeah, the bat's really flying off of these bats, both for the Hermits and Thunderbolts. The Hermits have just been the more fortunate ones of putting it in play.
Payoff pitch once again, 3-2 count. And he gets him to chase the outside heat. Second strikeout now for Middlecoff. And unlike the first inning, he gets the first batter.
Yeah, that's another kind of confidence booster for Middlecoff to get the first batter of the inning out, especially if he had the strikeout.
Gabe Gillespie, playing in right field, is the next batter for St. Augustine. He swings through the first pitch.
Middlecoff's getting these Hermits hitters a little uncomfortable and off balance with these swings. You like to see him settle in a little bit.
Next pitch on the way. Gets the call. Again, any pitcher wants these kind of counts. 0-2. You can try a changeup.
Yeah, you can pretty much do whatever you want.
Ooh, just missing. Dick wanted it. You can see his reaction. His shoulders just dropped. Like, really?
Now we'll take a look at this pitch right here. See where it ends up.
That was.
I'll give you either way. I could see either call.
Lofted to right field, coming in hard, and it's going to fall in between the fielders.
Yeah, that you can't place it any better. As you put that out, I mean, both Shapiro and Mulheron were running as fast as they could to get to it, and it just drops right before either one of them could get to it. That's a tough call on whose ball it is, because it just lands perfectly between them. Shapiro probably because he's the one running in, but it was just put in a perfect spot where neither one of them could get to it.
Yeah, it was in a good spot. The right fielder is the one who would have to make that play, but that was well placed. And Gillespie has a hit. Little chasing there by DJ Lloyd, the next batter.
But you have like that Middlecoff is getting swings and misses. They're clearly not seeing something in certain pitches that have worked for him.
One strike pitch coming from Brady Middlecoff. Outside, good block by Kevin Dick. That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Foul tip at the plate. But again, ahead of the batter now, 1-2.
Yeah, it's just about being able to finish him off.
Runner at first base. 1 out base runner, Gabe Gillespie, after blooping a single to right field. Middlecoff comes to the plate, runner breaking. The pitch is called a strike, so it's a strikeout, and not quite a double play. That was a pretty good throw again by Kevin Dick, but it is Gillespie getting the stolen bag. So 2 strikeouts in this inning for Brady Middlecoff, 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Gillespie singling and stealing second base.
Yeah, you can see Kevin Dick kind of frustrated as he made a good throw down to second and just unable to make the pick for the strikeout, throw him out double play.
First pitch is grounded to short. Again, just a move to his right. And Yeager throws it beyond the first baseman. That's going to allow a run to score.
Yeah, that throw ended up being a little bit low from Yeager, and Lasavita did the best he could to dive out and try and stop that one. So that'll end up, might have to see that again. I think an error on Yeager.
Yeah.
Because that was a tough play for Lasavita. Let's see if we can get a look at it here. As it was a routine ground ball to the shortstop.
Yeah,
and
plenty of time to throw it. He would have been out easily.
yeah, that bounced right before it got to Lasavita.
Oh, almost picked off at first base while we come back to live action.
Yeah.
Charles is fortunate not to get rung up there. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, Lasavita did all he could, though, to try and stop that one. So, tough play.
Outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Top of the order now. It's Joe Arachi who homered to lead off the game on the first pitch.
Oh, he's seen more than one pitch in this at-bat.
Breaking pitch, called a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sounds like somebody's tapping on our fence.
Well, that or I think it's one of our camera people on top of the dugouts.
Okay.
That sounded like metal.
Pitch goes inside, 2-1 the count. And Middlecoff will step off. We're in the top of the second inning. one run across in this inning for St. Augustine. They lead 3-0. We see a good part of the dugout area for the Hermits. Pitch goes down low. 3 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, look, you can see some of the orange and blue hats over on the Millville side. Fans hoping Middlecoff's able to get out of this inning as he fires in a strike.
Good pitch on the outside corner to make the count full. That does give Will Childs the option of running on this next pitch. 3-2, 2 outs.
Yeah, Farachi's able to get a piece of one. You have to think Childs will at least get to third base.
Middlecoff with the payoff pitch. Grounded to short. Nice backhand. The throw across this time much better by Yeager. And he gets the out at first base. But 1 run in the inning for St. Augustine as we watch Yeager go to his backhand side very nicely here.
Yeah, this is a really nice pick by Yeager at shortstop because that took a tough bounce almost right in front of him. And yeah, he settles himself, and yeah, a much better throw this time over to Lasavita, we promise.
So 1 run in the inning, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. Heading to the bottom of the 2nd inning, it's 3-0 St. Augustine.
Someone's car alarm.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
As we head to the bottom of the 2nd inning, St. Augustine leading 3-0. Again, just a great day for baseball. Looking at I keep my eye on the flag in the outfield. It keeps moving different directions. Now, it was blowing straight out earlier. That first pitch of the game, Joe Arachi got it all and lofted it just over that center field fence.
Yeah, from one way it looks like it's going out, and the other way it looks like it's going in, depending on which way the flag goes around the pole.
Well, the fact that we have it open, it was open. Our director took care of the breeze that was going through the press box here. Yeah.
I was going to say, we got a pretty open view in front of us.
First pitch is way outside. Gabe Reef, the batter. And inadvertent check swing foul ball.
Yeah, that was definitely something he didn't want to swing at, but unfortunately the bat came out just a little bit too far and hit off the end.
That evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. And he swung there.
Yeah, that was a little bit more than a check. So down 1-2 now.
Jamison Dobis aimed it outside. It was an outside pitch, but the swing was made. Check swing.
See if he goes to that pitch again, maybe.
Tried a breaking pitch that time, but it's fouled away.
Yeah, good job to stay alive by Reef.
One-two offering coming, and that's going to hit the batter right squarely in the back. That does not exactly feel good.
No, I have to imagine it doesn't feel great at all. I mean, the only maybe benefit is getting you square in the back. It feels a little bit better. And it's not too cold, so I'm just trying to find the positives in getting hit by a pitch. There's not many.
No, other than getting the base.
Yeah, it's a hard-earned base and probably the first real wild pitch we've seen from Dobus.
Nate Hecox, the designated hitter, stepping into the batter's box for Millville. He got a good pitch to hit there, but he fouls it off. Well, I tell you what, the eyes must grow very large when you see a pitch like that coming right down Broadway.
Yeah, and it might seem easy, but it's all about timing it up, and it's not always that simple as, oh, I see a pitch down the middle, I'm going to hit the heck out of it.
Dobus with the one-strike pitch. Gets it to curl on the outside corner. That ball had some movement. On an 0-2 hole right now for the batter. Hecox will look to get back into the count or at least put it in play somewhere. Fouls that one off. Want to mention hellos to Adam Seitz. He's with us here on Quinn Broadcasting Facebook Live. Patrick Glynn saying, let's go Bolts, and greetings from the class of 2003. Still 0-2 on the batter. That one hits the batter in the batter's box, so it will only go as a foul ball. Leadoff batter Gabe Reef is hit by the pitch, so he's on first base. 0-2 count on the batter Hecox. Good eye to hold up on that one. That one hits the ground as it turns out. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Saying hello to Will Morris, a good friend of ours. Will Morris, definitely a big part of St. Augustine athletics. Always has been. And probably always will be.
I was going to say, I know, I'm used to seeing him every time we do some kind of prep event, so I'm a little surprised to not be seeing him today.
Well, I'm stepping out of bounds here a little bit, but I'm not sure. Well, he has made some road trips. We've seen him at St. Joe games.
I'll give him a pass.
We'll give him a pass today.
I remember, I believe, seeing him on Millville football. I remember seeing him when we went to the prep for Millville football, and I believe he was here as well.
Well, the batter has worked the full count. Let's see what he can do with it here. Next pitch to Hecox. Runner is breaking. Hit up the middle. It's going to go through. Coming around second base and heading to third. The throw is not going to be in time.
His helmet nearly hits the third baseman, but an excellent situational bit of hitting for Millville. I have to imagine that was a hit and run.
Absolutely.
And that was not. Hecox wouldn't get a better pitch to hit either in that situation. And even if it ends up going to the shortstop, you take away the double play at least with the runner in motion. But a first and third situation for here. And what better person to be up and help himself than the pitcher, Brady Middlecoff?
Seems like it's a perfect time to mention that Sean Timko is saying go Bolts. He said it before the hit, but that's all right. We can use it now.
Well, now you've said that and ruined the illusion.
Inside on the batter.
But yes, it's a perfect situation for Middlecoff to help his own cause out with a runner on third and no outs. So the third baseman is in, so.
Runner breaking, pitches out. Oh, he kind of faked running. Okay.
Yeah, well, I have a feeling Millville obviously wants to try and stay out of the double play if they can. Because the third baseman is in a little bit, so you have to think their first throw will be home if Reef decides to take off.
Next pitch is up high, and the count is 3-0.
You don't want to walk the opposing pitcher if you're Dobus. You don't want to walk anyone, but especially not your counterpart.
Very favorable count here for Brady Middlecoff.
Yeah, Middlecoff was taken all the way.
On the high side, but he got the call.
Yeah, you could tell in that situation the bat never even came off the shoulders of Middlecoff that he was going to take on that one.
3-1 pitch swinging through it.
Yeah, he blew that one by, Brady.
So Dobis coming right back with 2 strikes after going down 3-0 in the count. Runners on the corners, nobody out for the Thunderbolts, trailing 3-0. Throw to first.
Yeah, Hecox was taking another little extra step over there, so Dobis keeping him a little honest. Yeah, you do have to wonder if Millville's again going to try and put a runner in motion. Number 1 to stay out of the double play or maybe try and cause some motion.
There is going, swing and a miss. No throw to second base, so Hecox will cruise into second. There is 1 down in the inning, though. First strikeout of the game for Jamison Dobis. Picked a good time for it. But Millville now with 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that was an excellent break off of first by Hecox, and Middlecoff trying to put that one in play. Gets a piece, but not enough.
Strike is called, the lead off the at-bat for Rocco Lasavita.
Yeah, but a good situation here. 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 out in the inning. Lasavita with a chance to put Millville on the board.
On the outside corner quickly, 0-2.
Of course, that's not going to help your case because now you got to swing at anything close.
Rocco Lasavita trying to get something happening for Millville here with runners in scoring position. And he swings at a high heater.
And that's the situation you put yourself into when you go down 0-2. Probably helped out Dobis a little bit with that swing.
Well, with a 0-2 count, you want to make sure that you don't put it anywhere near the strike zone. At least make it close enough to where the batter does have to swing.
Yes.
So that's 2 quick outs now.
So it'll be up to Mario Cottrell with 2 outs to try and help Millville out.
Great breaking pitch. So Dobis doing a good job of getting in front of the batters here once they had the second and third situation, although the stolen base came on a strikeout. That one sails outside. Tell you what, Jamison Dobis is getting some heat on these pitches.
Oh, yeah, you hear the way it's hitting
Absolutely.
Floyd's glove.
Yep, it's popping in there.
And that's why when Millville has been able to get the bat on the ball, and that's a pretty good frame job, I have to say, by Lloyd to get the call on that one.
So now it's 1-2 on Cottrell. He'll have to protect. And they said he swung? Wow. That's a tough one. I didn't see it, but the umpire saw it. So be it. Let's take a look here, how much of a swing he got.
Oh, okay, yeah,
he did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
From up here, it didn't look that way, but he went across. So after getting the first 2 men on base, the pitcher comes right back and strikes out the side. Jamison Dobis, good work to get 3 straight strikeouts and preserve the shutout. Millville 1 hit and 2 men left on base. We're done with 2 innings of play, and it's 3-0 St. Augustine.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone. We're all looking.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Brady Milikoff back on the mound for the Thunderbolts. Millville failing to capitalize in a pretty good situation to score. They had second and third with one out, and the next two batters struck out. Good work by Jamison Dovis to avoid any damage from Millville. In the bottom of the second inning, we move to the third, top of the third, and it's a 2, 3, and 4 batters for St. Augustine. Brady Jackson, Alex Weingartner, and Alex Bersani. Jackson walked his first time up, stole 2 bases, and came home on a wild pitch. The second run of that 2-run first inning for the Hermits.
Yeah, you want to try and keep him off the base paths if you're Millville.
Grounded foul. One strike on Jackson. Middlecoff comes to the plate and bounces that one in. That'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. As we mentioned, as you watch on Quinn Broadcasting Facebook Live, you can make comments here. So, of course, we won't mention anything that's not clean, but nonetheless, a good comment here that we're going to get to in a minute. That was a ball, so it's 2-1. Joseph Russo saying kudos to the grounds crew for getting the field playable after last night's rain. Well, I'll tell you what, there was a lot of thunder and rain last night. So, yes, we do have a very nice field condition here for this game. Breaking pitch right on the inside corner. Boy, they don't get any more beautiful than that.
None, yeah, the batter frozen.
Count is 2-2. The pitch on the way, bouncing in. So once again, Brady Jackson works a full count. Payoff pitch, fouled off. So we stay at 3-2. St. Augustine definitely working the counts here. We mentioned Brady Jackson has worked 2 3-2 counts. Fouled off a few pitches during that first at bat as well before he walked. That one's hit, and what a snag! Can he get the ball across? And the scoop! That is a highlight film play right there. Great effort. Gabe Reef, great scoop. The throw and another good scoop by Rocco Lasavita. Take a look and just admire. Good job. That was a hard hit ball, a one-hopper, and Reef did the good job of making sure he caught it, makes a decent enough throw for Lasavita to scoop it as well. Now we get a strike on the next batter, Alex Weingartner. Weingartner looked at strike 3 his first time up, so he's 0 for 1. Breaking pitch just inside.
And you can kind of hear from the dugout. I don't know if that was one of the coaches asking, up or in, what was it? Of course, saying thank you.
1 ball and 1 strike. That one is lofted. It's going to curl foul. Shapiro giving it a chase. Oh, he almost got it. He had to watch up against the fence. That would have been a great catch, but could not quite hang on, so it'll just go as a long foul ball.
Yeah, want to try and see if he did get a glove on it. And he ran as hard as he could to get over there. Yeah, just off the glove.
That's a great effort, though.
Yeah, Shapiro covering a lot of ground to even attempt to make that play.
So the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch down low, 2-2.
That's the second time Brady Midikoff did that earlier, ran over and got a ball that got behind the catcher. Now Bersani as well, as you can hear the umpire kind of go, "Oh, you're good." Like
Sounds of the game. And the count now goes full.
yeah, that's how you stay in the umpire's good graces.
That's true, too.
So full count.
Payoff pitch, lofted to deep center field. It is going to stay in play, though. Mario Control, nicely done. Got back to the spot and makes the catch rather easily. That was well stroked, though.
Yeah, the Hermits especially are really getting some good swings off on the ball, and Wynn not quite carrying enough, aside from, of course, Arachi's, but he got plenty of it.
And that flag is looking straight out again, so it is blowing straight to center. 2 outs in the inning. Alex Bersani, who also flew out to center field his first time up. You know, we get to see the faces of the batters sometimes because we're right behind home plate here. And Bersani looked at the umpire. I actually thought that was outside.
You can tell when the batter doesn't quite agree with the call.
That was a definite look back. Our director reminding us of finer days. Can you tell we have fun up here? Can you tell? 1 ball and 1 strike. Sales high, 2-1. Bersani will look to keep the inning alive for Joe Peacock. I want to make mention of a couple comments from Patrick Lynn after this next pitch. Three balls and 1 strike. Patrick, on that curveball that we talked about that Middlecoff threw, he said beautiful, beautiful curveball. And then the stab at third base there by Gabe Reif. That's why they call it the hot corner. Good stuff there. And that one came right up my head. That ball came right at my head, but luckily we have a good, strong fence in front of us. So yet another full count. All 3 batters have worked the count full in this inning.
And Middlecoff's got the first 2 out.
That one stroked way foul.
It's not actually going to leave the entire field, and I say including the soccer field, but that felt like it could have.
That was yanked.
That's a home run if he straightens it out. As I do think it did get to the soccer field.
I believe it
I believe I see someone running for it.
Inside, so it's ball 4. Second walk issued by Middlecoff. Again, St. Augustine working the count very nicely throughout the day. Let's take a look at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 3-2 counts so far.
Yeah, they're really making Middlecoff throw as many pitches, which is a good thing for them, but a bad thing for how early the Thunderbolts may have to go to the bullpen, as we know Kevin Dick wanted to throw that one.
Yeah, what's his name? Not Peacock, but Alex Bersani. Faked running to second base.
Yeah, he's not getting too much of a lead over there, at least not yet. Yeah, they're going to keep an eye on him, though.
We mentioned Peacock in the pregame. Came into this game 3 for 7 with 7 RBIs, so he has gotten the job done for St. Augustine offensively.
Yeah, only being able to look at the kind of the stats. He does have a home run on the season as Middlecoff gets the swing. So I have to wonder if maybe 4 of those came off a grand slam, as Peacock does Peacock does have a home run on the season.
First.
Yeah, they're really keeping an eye on Bersani. Now I'm gonna have to double check my stats. We always want to be correct
as much as possible. Yes.
When we can, and that is something may take some time, but
We'll get there.
Can fact check.
Runner again fakes running, pitches inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Peacock trying to keep this 3rd inning alive for the Hermits. He grounded out to short his first time up.
Well, I do have a feeling it did come off a grand slam because 3 of Peacock's RBIs came in the 2nd game without a home run, as that one, again, is called a strike. So I have a feeling, since he didn't get the home run in that 2nd game, that home run came in that 1st game.
2-2 offering coming from Middlecoff. That one's lashed right at the shortstop, and a very bad hop, unfortunately. So Peacock is aboard, and we'll have to discuss that one. Hit or error?
I think that's a hit. That's a tough play, a hard bounce. Of course, not being able to kind of see it right at Yeager. That's your call. You do the book more than I do.
Well, I'm a harsh scorer.
So
I will admit that was one of those short hops that really is difficult to scoop.
Yeah, I agree.
It was right at the shortstop there, and Yeager.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
We'll think it over for a minute.
I probably lean hit.
Okay.
But a good point coming from Will that I agree with. Even if as he says, even if St. Augustine doesn't score, they're really driving up Middlecoff's pitch count. So I have a feeling this could potentially be the last of Middlecoff.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pitches already.
Yeah, you saw that 21 pitch 1st inning. We don't have the second and third, but I have a feeling we're very similar in this inning.
Inside. Marco Christopher struck out his first time up. Oh, man. Next pitch for Middlecoff. Lofted to left field, going back. It's still going, and it's gone. Well, he now has 10 RBIs on the season, a 3-run blast to left field, and it's 6-0 St. Augustine. My bad, that was Christopher. Why am I giving it to Peacock?
I was going to say.
See, if I look down at my scorebook once in a while, I might be right. That was Christopher's 3-run home run. Bersani and Peacock score ahead of Christopher there. 2nd home run of the game for the Hermits. And again, we mentioned at the outset, they have a penchant for scoring runs, and they're doing it again today.
Yeah, and that one just kept carrying. As eventually you just saw the back of Preston. And they're going to try and let Brady Middlecoff get out of this inning, but it's been a tough outing for him.
Well, the tough thing about this inning is that Middlecoff did get the first 2 batters, so these 3 runs all coming with 2 outs, and now Gabe Gillespie gets his 2nd hit of the game. A single to left field.
And if you want an idea of what we'll say the fans think on the Yeager play, they say error.
Okay.
Well, I like Patrick Glenn going, well, if this was the MLB, it would be an error. Just ask John Kruk.
You know what? That's kind of how I look at scoring. I try
like
to do
that.
it on the MLB standard. I know it's these
like
are high
that.
school players, but
No, I like that.
okay.
I could, like I said, it's tough. I never played infield when I played softball, so I never had to worry about that.
Well, even though it short hopped him, it was right to him. That's the issue that I have with it. So we're going to go ahead and put an E on the shortstop there. Runner breaking, and he will not draw a throw.
Yeah, with a low pitch, Dick didn't really have a chance, but that was a great jump again.
So another runner in scoring position for the Hermits. 3 runs already across here in the top of the third. That one's going to go foul. 1-2 the count. Looking to get either a ground out, fly out, or strike out here. 2 strikes on the batter. 1-2 to count. DJ Lloyd swung and missed his first time up for a strikeout.
And Middlecoff just going to reset.
Batter did not swing, so he's still alive. 2-2 the count.
Kevin Dick was looking everywhere to try and find the umpire to ask if he went. He looked at first, he looked second. I think he was just trying to find him.
Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at the number 2 bag, second base. That one's drilled, and it's foul. Boy, he didn't really get a good cut of it, but he sent it a pretty long way.
Yeah, they're starting to really tie Middlecoff, though.
Lloyd did not get a classic swing at that. It was inside.
No, yeah, he kind of had to pull it, and he did, but not where he wanted to. And I'm probably even more sure now that this is going to be it for Middlecoff, whether he gets the out or not.
Yeah. Pitches outside, so another full count.
It's just been a tough day kind of all around. A lot of 3-2 counts. Of course, he's been a couple errors on the defensive side that haven't helped him, but the 2 home runs, especially that 3-run home run.
Well, he gets the strikeout there. That is his 4th strikeout of the game, but a good inning again for the Hermits. A 2-out rally that included a walk, an error, and a 3-run home run. Also a follow-up single, so we had 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 error, and 1 man left on base. We're going to the bottom of the third. It is 6-0 as we watch the home run that was delivered by Marco Christopher just over the fence. There it is. It's over to the right side of the fielder. But again, no chance for the fielder to catch that. That, of course, is Marcellus Preston, who watched it go over. We're heading to the bottom of the third. It's 6-0 St. Augustine.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
I'm just done in high.
So St. Augustine in cruise control through 3 innings, 2.5 innings, 6-0 the score. Jamison Dobis worked his way out of a tight jam in the previous half inning. First 2 men getting on base. They worked out of that inning by striking out the side afterwards. Top of the order due up for Millville. Cole Mulheron, Marcellus Preston, and Trevor Yeager.
Yeah, if there's any time to get hits and runs on the board, it would be now. That second and third, nobody out situation really coming back to bite them now. After the Hermits put up 3 runs on the home run the following inning.
St. Augustine again, first pitch of the games. It was Arachi that sent it beyond the center field fence. Got St. Augustine on the board. They scored another run in the first. Just one in the second, but a 2-out rally doing the job in the third, capped by Marco Christopher's 3-run home run. First pitch is fouled back.
And credit to Dobis as well. So aside from really that little second and third situation, he's been pretty on the money.
Yeah, Dobis is showing some good off-speed stuff too. He missed with that pitch, but he's working his pitches very well.
Yeah, good look at Mulher in there.
Pitch bounces in.
Yeah, Mulher trying to give a little sign over there to Preston on how he's seeing the spin on the ball.
2-1 the count on Mulherron. Offers at that pitch and evens out the count at 2-2. Again, we thank everybody for watching on Quinn Broadcasting Facebook Live, Quinn Broadcasting YouTube Live, and on Channel 22. And we do appreciate the commentary. We're getting some good commentary today. We mentioned how a couple of people thought that that play that we were discussing on the shortstop there was an error.
Yeah, no, and like I said, I like the thinking of scoring it more towards MLB because, you know,
Yep.
they are definitely a lot stricter
Mike,
with their plays.
Mike Lasavita and Patrick Glenn saying that that was definitely an error. Full count. Mulherron trying to lead off the inning with some kind of hit or getting on base. Millville needs base runners now.
Yeah, they'll take him any way they can get him.
And he swings through that one. 4 strikeouts, and all 4 of them on the last 4 batters. So Jamison Dobis is dealing.
Pretty efficient, I'd say. And Mulherron might have helped him out a little bit on that 4th one. It's kind of the same situation he had with Lasavita, too, where he got him to chase a little high.
Preston singled his first time up. Breaking pitch comes down just into the strike zone.
I like Preston going, nodding a little bit, like yeah, I saw that one. That was a strike. I agree.
And another one.
2
great breaking pitches.
Another little nod. All right, I see you.
So quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Jamison Dobis looking to get another strikeout perhaps, and he does. 5 strikeouts in a row. Now he's working with a 6-0 lead, so he's just going to fire. Of course, he's been not only firing, but also putting those breaking pitches in tough spots. And with an 0-2 count, Preston had to protect and did not come up with that pitch.
Yeah, Yeager will try and buck the trend now.
Dobis catches the corner for strike 1. Yeager, his first time up, flew out to left field.
I have a feeling Dobis has a little bit of confidence right now. 5 straight strikeouts to do that for you.
Breaking pitch sails high.
Tell you, for a brief second, I thought that was going to drop in. Just from what we've seen from Dobis, his last couple hitters.
That's some good movement on the ball. 1-1 the count. And there's that movement again.
Yeah, that's what those heaters can do, is get you a little bit out in front of the breaking pitch.
He's ahead in the count now, 1-2 on Trevor Yeager. 6 straight strikeouts. So Jamison Dobis is just getting stronger. All 6 strikeouts are on the last 6 batters, and he strikes out the side here in the bottom of the 3rd. We head to the 4th inning. St. Augustine in comfortable control, 6-0.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
As you can see, and as we kind of expected, new pitcher on the mound for Millville. So the day over for Brady Middlecoff. It's now Carson Reed's turn to try and shut down this potent Hermits offense.
Sometimes I laugh with God about how you
Looks
can't
like it is just a straight switch of the pitcher.
I'm getting
So
mine, but still I
Middlecoff
bet
out.
alive that I set aside to make sure that my people getting by. Run from some guitar royals in my cup is all
St.
on
Augustine,
you.
2
You know
runs
it's
for the
real when
first,
you
1
take
in
a fall for you. All loyal,
second,
so you keep egging
and
me
3
on.
unearned
You have to
runs
crack
as
your
it
shell just
turns
to
out
prove
in
to
the
you
third.
ain't hard boiled.
Millville had a chance to get
Last
out of
night I tried
that
some raw oysters.
third inning
Man, that boy
unscathed,
growing up
but
quick.
a
That boy
fielding
knew
error
it.
with 2
That
outs
boy singing on
was
every song when
immediately
he knew
followed
he
by
spit.
Marco
That boy
Christopher's
manifested it. That boy
3-run
knew
black.
it was written. That boy did it on
I wanted to say
Black.
Jack.
Blast the Jack.
Yeah.
Comes out to black.
Exactly, to combine the two.
But again, as we have talked about, Dobis, Patrick Glenn chiming in as well. Hard to hit someone when they're hitting all their spots. Great pitching today by the Hermits, and Dobis definitely doing a great job of doing exactly that.
That's also when you get that one chance against a good pitcher and you don't take advantage of it, he just gets stronger.
Yeah, he almost kind of knows, oh, you blew your chance there, huh? Well, I'm not going to give you another one.
Right.
So Carson Reed stepping into I don't know if I want to say a tough situation, but situation where you want to try and hold them as much as you can against the lineup that's really put the ball in play.
It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters coming up for the Hermits. The designated hitter, Will Childs, who reached base on a throwing error his first time up. Looks at strike 1.
And Reed is immediately ready for the next pitch.
Oh, I tell you.
Yeah, he's ready to throw.
We've gotten some good pitching today.
Reed just immediately said he's got the adrenaline, and yeah, I have.
Yeah, Will Childs smartly calls time because Reed is.
You could tell Reed's trying to quick pitch him a little.
Yeah, he's coming.
And he barely waited for the umpire to get in there before he threw them. But watch him get the ball back. All right, he's already ready.
Yeah, there we go.
He just wants to throw pitches.
Grounded to short, scooped up there, and Yeager gets the ball across in time to La Civita. 1 down. Top of the order now up, Joe Arachi, who led off the game. First pitch home run to center field. He's also grounded out to shortstop. That ball has found Trevor Yeager quite a bit today at shortstop.
Yeah, and when you have a little bit of trouble over there, the ball knows. The ball finds you, and it makes sure you're being honest. And obviously a couple of tough errors on Yeager so far, but each play he's made after that, he hasn't let it get to him.
Over the head.
Yeah, that's gonna make a batter get out of the way.
Once again,
Reed is just, I love
Reed
it.
just wants to throw the ball.
I love it, though. You watch him. Look at the seconds between. He gets the ball back. Oh, of course we say that he's going to take a little bit. I think the umpire's kind of like, all right, you got it.
Yeah.
You got to slow down a little bit. But Arachi also took his time getting back in the box.
Lofted towards right field, base hit, his second hit of the game. So Joe Arachi's 2 for 3.
And they want to try and get Reed off his rhythm. Ends up working out. But, yeah, again, a nice piece of hitting from Arachi.
Yo, expect it early. Keep him honest here. Keep him honest.
So 1 out base runner for the Hermits. Batter is Brady Jackson. He's walked, grounded out, scored a run, has 2 stolen bases as well. Launching that one to center field, to left field, I'm sorry.
And they can't find it. You could tell right away that Yeager could not find that ball. And I don't know that Preston could either because he didn't react right away. I didn't even know where it was.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't. I thought it was the center field. That's how bad it was for me. But it's a looping single.
I won't be able to quite tell here, but yeah, both Preston and Yeager getting late starts. Yeager's all kinds of turned around. Preston's not even anywhere close. Again, the ball put in a good spot, but a tough read from both Yeager and Preston, I'd say.
So back-to-back singles. 1 out for St. Augustine and Alex Weingartner.
No, it's the plate.
Looks at a ball.
Yeah, you thought that was coming a little bit closer in as he got out of the way.
1-0 pitch, runner breaking from second. The throw to third is into left field. That's going to score a run. Here comes the other runner towards third. So some good base running there. Irachi stealing third and then drawing an errant throw.
Yeah, a little dance in the dugout by Irachi. I have to say, maybe it was an illusion to me. It looked like Reed was still looking at Irachi when he took off.
So a 7th run is across now for the Hermits, and another one at third base waiting to arrive home. 1-1 the count. Weingartner struck out looking and flew out to center field. He's 0 for 2.
Yeah, what the Hermits have been able to do with the bat, they've been able to do with their legs as well. They've really run the bases well in this one.
2-1 on the batter. Chopper towards third, to short. That's going to score the run. And beating out the play at first base is Weingartner.
And we do have to say, as we get a little bit closer with the Hermits now with 8 runs, as we'll take a look at this play first. That was always going to score the run. A chopper there to Yeager. And Yeager does everything he can, but just a little bit faster was the runner.
Yeah, Weingartner got up the base path very quickly. 3 straight hits now for the Hermits.
But we do have to play 5 innings, even if the Hermits put 2 more runs on the board. Mercy rule is not until 5 innings. And
runner breaking before the ball was pitched, and
no, they say Reed balked. I wasn't paying attention, so.
Well, I will never understand the balk rule. It looks like he just reacted to the fact that the guy was
stealing. we can't tell from here when. Yeah, we can't tell from there when the runner took off.
Yeah.
To know, did he move before?
Well,
we have to, of course, take the umpire's word with the. Just considering we don't have the view of when the runner takes off.
Well, to me, the runner took off before the pitcher made anything.
You saw.
That's what I saw.
Still, the Hermits using their feet to create some situations on the base path that have really worked out for them.
Not sure that didn't hit the batter. That was close.
Yeah, it was definitely close. Reed's gotten close on a couple pitches.
It's a wild pitch to officially to get the runner to third. So Weingartner now at third base. There's a strike.
Well, Reed's just got to bear down. Yeah, and you can see they know Reed's trying to quick pitch. The batter puts the hand up. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
That one slashed off the glove and into left field. Another good piece of hitting, and they're going to send the runner to second, and he is safe. So that'll count as a double. An RBI double just over the glove of Gabe Reef.
Yeah, Reef got a piece of it as it looked like it ticked off the top of his glove. And a bold decision to send the runner to second ends up working out. It got to Mulherron in plenty of time, but with how far off he was when he got it, yeah, he does get in. And with how far off the bag Mulherron was, good throw by Preston, just took Mulherron too far off.
Just called the strike. Joe Peacock.
I saw again what you just saw.
A bit bewildered.
As Peacock looks back and says,
huh?
the face says, okay. Sure.
That one bouncing in, and it's going to allow the runner to get to third. Bersani gets there without a play. Just one out in the inning. 3 runs already across for the Hermits. And a runner at third base, Bersani.
Reed's really come close a couple times on those inside pitches. That one just not, that pitch specifically just not really working for him.
2-1 pitch, popped up and out of play. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at third. That one missing outside. So a full count.
1-3-2.
Grounded foul.
Ooh, that
just barely, but
yeah.
foul.
As having to do a little dance over there was Bersani as that went through his legs. But very, very close. And you see the little jump here?
2-2-2.
Just to the outside of the bag.
So once again, we have another payoff pitch coming. 3-2 count. That one bouncing in. Boy, it took a nice bounce off the link fence.
Yeah, back to Dick. So the runner couldn't advance, and I think we just have a simple meeting between Kevin Dick, Trevor Yeager, and Carson Reed here. Maybe discussing what they want to do. And I can tell from this that they're just little pats on the back to Reed. But I wonder if potentially discussing the situation on if they'll throw through if the runner takes off. And that's always a tough call on if you try and throw straight through. Now, you only have 1 out, so it's not like a throw out ends the inning. So you have to make a tough decision on, are you willing to risk it? With the way the Hermits have run, I got to be honest, probably not. At least my decision.
Keeping an eye on Peacock at first base. Marco Christopher has one of the big blows of the game, a 3-run home run in the previous inning. Swings through that one.
Yeah, he chased that one.
1-3-5.
One strike on Christopher, who's 1 for 2 on the day. That 3-run homer, his big blow, though. Good pitch. Took a little bit off of that one. Gets a second strike. 0-2 the count.
Yeah, there's no denying what that call was. That's what I like about umpires. They make it easy on us.
Sometimes.
Well, when it's a strike, it's a strike. Getting an out here without the ball going in play would be big for Reed.
swing. And that will be retiring Christopher. Runner moves up to second base.
Well, you kind of got what you wanted there. No run across, but the runner from first does advance.
So Gabe Gillespie now batting. He swings through the first one.
That felt like I want to add 3 more runs onto this kind of swing.
Ooh, what a
yeah, the spin.
That was a sweeping pitch that caught the plate somehow.
Yeah, the spin on that pitch.
Quickly out in front, 0-2. Trying to end this inning right here. That one's launched to right field, but there is Shapiro making the nice catch. So that'll retire the side on a line out to right field, but 3 more runs come across for the Hermits. 4 hits and 2 men left on base. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's been all St. Augustine. They lead now 9-0.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
We are back live. St. Augustine in cruise control for the most part here, scoring in every inning. Back-to-back 3-run innings, leading 9-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning.
Yeah, and in control as well has been Jamison Dobis as he comes out for his 4th inning of work.
He has 6 strikeouts. He hit a batter, giving up 2 hits. That's it.
And we mentioned those six strikeouts all in a row.
The last 6 Millville batters have gone down K Boulevard.
I'll give it to you. It wasn't as cringy as it could have been.
I came up with that during my writing days.
Oh, I thought you were just going to say off the top of your head.
No.
I was going to be like, I think that's a lie.
I'm tapping back into the Melendez funds.
Good, because you missed the dig right there. You missed the subtle dig there.
The middle of the lineup coming up for Millville, Kevin Dick, Gabe Reef, and Nate Hecox. Popped up, but out of play. Dick grounded out to the pitcher his first time. A little chopper that Jamison Dobis got to and threw him out for the last out of the first inning. Swing and a foul tip, I guess. 2 quick strikes on Kevin Dick. And that's 7 straight strikeouts. First out of the 4th inning.
Yeah, and it kind of drops off toward the end, but when it looks like it's going to be right down the middle for pretty much the entire way, you're swinging all the way.
Gabe Reef was hit by a pitch his first time up.
And we'll try to avoid being the 8th straight strikeout.
There's one strike. Dobus is in a major groove right now, and it's been very successful. That one he slings outside. 1-1 pitch. Right there. So ahead in the count now, 1-2. Make it 8. 8 straight Ks. 2 outs in the inning.
Someone's feeling it.
Neverland. Well, I don't know if
Well,
we've ever seen 8 straight strikeouts.
Yes, Dobus is saying never, never hit.
Yeah, there you go.
Sometimes
Bouncing
I
it.
have to get the bad pun out of the way.
Yes, by all means. Peacock singled his first time up and stole a base. Catches the corner.
I think that was a fastball. If you couldn't hear the glove, I do believe there was heat on that.
Mm-hmm. 1-1 offering. Grounded right back, and Dobus makes it an easy play. That ends the string of strikeouts, but I guess the pitcher will have to settle for an assist on the putout. 1, 2, 3, go the Thunderbolts. 9 in a row retired by Dobus. We're done with 4, and it's 9-0 St. Augustine.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
At Mint.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
New pitcher for Millville, starting the top of the 5th inning. That is Braden Catlett on the mound. Third pitcher used by Val Forbes in this game. Manager Val Forbes. Say head coach. They're calling managers nice.
Yeah, Braden Catlett getting his chance to try and not let this game end in 5. Because if the Hermits put up 1 run, the Thunderbolts will get a chance to bat. But if they fail to score, this one does end in 5. But first, the Hermits have to put up the 10th run.
Well, St. Augustine will send up the 8, 9, and 1 hitters this time around. Of course, they're batting for the 3rd time in the game here in the 5th inning. DJ Lloyd and Will Childs. Then the top of the order, Joe Arachi.
Say the only ones who haven't got on base?
Well, Childs reached base on
Well,
an error.
okay. Well, never mind. That don't have a hit. Let's go with that one.
Let's see, one.
Because Lloyd has struck out twice.
Peacock has not reached the.
Okay, let me stop.
Sorry.
Let me stop trying here.
The hits are well spread around here. Hermits are getting it done up and down the lineup. First pitch, grounded to the shortstop, and Yeager.
Yeah, that one eats up Yeager. It's been a tough day at shortstop for Trevor Yeager today.
All right, so leadoff error.
Yeah, that's now 3 errors on Yeager as we're going to get a pinch runner. So that's DJ Lloyd, the catcher, will go ahead and get ready. And running to first base, that is number 19, Mason Korelko. I want to thank the Hermits for giving us a full lineup. Mason Korelko, number 19.
Yeah, Mike Ney, the head coach for the St. Augustine Hermits.
Yeah, and we didn't ask. He said, "Hey, you guys need a lineup?" Yes, please. We appreciate Coach Ney making sure we have all his bench players, as that one sails over the head and over the glove of Dick, so Korelko will move up to second base.
One ball, no strikes on the number 9 hitter, Will Childs. He reached base on an error and grounded out to shortstop. Is it 2-0?
I think it's 1-0. That was the first pitch, wasn't it?
Looked like he pitched again.
Oh, and I think he got, yeah, well, it doesn't matter because the batter just got hit. Will Childs. I think it just grazed him. I also heard the tick of the bat as well.
No, he's getting first base via the hit by pitch. So the bottom of the order getting it done here. An error and a hit by pitch. And Joe Arachi, who's 2 for 3 on the day with a leadoff home run.
I was going to say, Arachi's already got one, and he's hit the ball pretty well today.
He's also singled. St. Augustine just 1 run away from potentially invoking the mercy rule. Millville will get to bat in the bottom of the 5th.
And they would have to make it not obvious as obvious. They have to not make it a 10-run deficit, because with no outs and runners on first and second, I have a feeling the Hermits are going to try and put up more than 10.
Good pitch there. Two and 1 the count. That one sails inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Pinch runner Mason Korelko at second base. Will Childs at first. Nobody out. Top of the 5th. Strike is called.
Yeah, Arachi was ready to toss the bat and head to first. So you take a look at the Millville bullpen. That is Travis Jenkins.
Foul ball.
A nice little play over there by the Hermits third base coach.
One hand stab.
I've got about 4 names it could be. I'm not going to go ahead and take a guess.
No.
What a nice little snag by that man.
We'll give him a little TV time.
By that man.
Good play. That one stroked into left field for a hit. Coming around third and scoring.
Yeah, that little bobble by Preston cost him.
Korelko comes in to score the 10th run.
So we do have a pinch hitter now, as Brady Jackson will be pinch hit for. And this is Austin Gilson. I have a feeling with that 10-run lead, Coach Ney may start to get some of his bench guys. So again, that is Austin Gilson hitting for Brady Jackson, the second baseman.
First pitch to him is a ball. Ball 2.
And Catlett having a little bit of a struggle hitting the strike zone. But that's been kind of an issue, I think, for the majority of Millville pitching today.
Popped up.
Is that gonna
and is that going to find some green? Oh, it falls off the glove, and everybody will move up. Preston couldn't get there.
I thought that was actually well foul for a minute. As Preston kind of throws the hat a little, as I think he lost this one. Well, so did we. But you see Preston, yeah, he lost it. As it's been a tough day fielding-wise for the Thunderbolts. That's one Preston has to have.
In the hole and goes through. 1 run scores, and everybody else just moves up a base. RBI single there for Alex Weingartner.
And another pinch hitter as Alex Alex Bersani will be pinch hit for coming into the game to hit Adam Williams. So again, yeah, Coach Ney getting his bench guys in with the lead now at 11. So Adam Williams stepping in for Bersani. A strike call.
I can somehow, I don't know how many people would remember this, but at Phillies games, there used to be somebody who would say,
everybody hits.
That's the one.
I knew where that was going.
Well, then maybe it's not as old as I think.
No, it's very prevalent. I don't know that it's still done, but
no, I haven't heard it in years.
But it is in the minds. As that one is well smoked.
Off the fence in right field. That'll score at least 2.
And the runners are kind of caught up.
Oh, boy. They got to have a play at the plate. He slides in safely anyway.
I thought that one was gone off the bat.
Adam Williams put a charge into it to right field.
I thought that one was gone off the bat. A pinch hit double for Williams, so much that it got the Hermits caught up on the base paths a little bit. As a good job by Shapiro to get this one in, and Millville had a play at the plate. As a meeting on the mound, we'll bring a new pitcher in, Braden Catlett. Lasts, technically not even an inning. Still no outs, as you see the play here. Catlett, that is La Civita, does get it to Dick. Dick just unable to get the tag in on time. We do have a new pitcher, Travis Jenkins. We also have a new batter, as coming in now to pinch hit, Hank Biglin. And I have to figure out where we are. Pinch hitting for Joe Peacock is Biglin. So Travis Jenkins will get a couple warm-up pitches here, and yeah, the Hermits have blown well past that 10-run deficit. Gonna make it even tougher. Still with no outs in the inning as well.
Yep, St. Augustine's really putting the numbers on the board right now.
And again, Joey Peacock's day will be done.
4 runs so far for the Hermits in the inning.
And still no outs.
13-0 is the score. So Hank Biglin, it will be batting.
Yeah, you can see pretty much as every batter continues to come up that we will have pretty much an entire new Hermits offense. As you can just take a look at the guys with bats in their hands as well. Luke Tanzola has a bat in his hand. Mason Coralco, who had come in, is ready to hit as well. As Jenkins gets a couple more pitches.
Well, St. Augustine, we saw them come in 2-0 with 23 runs scored on the season, and they're closing in on matching that in this game.
Yeah.
Hate to say it that way.
Oh no, it's unfortunate for Millville, but it's the truth right now. Is we talked about this potent Hermits offense putting up 23 runs in 2 games, and over halfway there.
And the guys coming in off the bench, we almost had a grand slam by Williams off the right field fence for a double.
Yep. So again, new pitcher Travis Jenkins, new batter Hank Biglin. Biglin. If I know how to read, I promise I do. I did get a college education. As a communications major, nonetheless. So you would hope I can read.
Jenkins, first pitch is fouled off.
So Travis Jenkins will try and find a way out of this inning. It's not going to be an easy one. 2 runners in scoring position as you get a nice close look there at Biglin. The 2 runners in scoring position, no out. So Jenkins, it's going to be tough.
Bouncing in this time. One ball and 1 strike.
Jenkins, the 4th pitcher Millville has used today.
Outside corner, 1-2 to count on Biglin. Jenkins trying to get the first out of this inning. Breaking pitch just missing. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Alex Weingartner at third base. And the pinch hitter, Adam Williams, at second. That one sails outside, so the count goes full. And bases are now loaded on that walk.
It's been tough for every Millville pitcher that has come in. Brady Middlecoff, Carson Reed, Braden Catlett, and now Travis Jenkins. As we mentioned, the pinch hitters coming in. Luke Tanzola now will bat for Marco Christopher.
Bases loaded, and I think he went around.
Well, I think that one was a strike either way.
Okay.
I'm also saying that as someone who can't see the plate.
That one's up and in, but it's swung on, so it's 2 quick strikes.
Yeah, you come up with bases loaded. You're trying to swing for the fences, and Tanzola ends up helping Jenkins out.
0-2 pitch. Bouncing in, no advance by the runners.
Yeah, Kevin Dick's just going to slowly walk to this one. Did a good job to keep it in front of him.
If I'm not mistaken, these 2 teams play each other tomorrow, don't they?
They do, up at the prep. Going to be a long bus ride after this one tomorrow.
Bouncing in again. This one goes right up the first baseline, so everybody's going to move up a bag. Coming in to score is Weingartner. And it's now 14-0. Williams moves up to third base. And Biglin is over at second. Full count. And that one's outside, and that'll reload the bases.
still not an out in the inning.
Okay, the batter that's due is Gillespie, but we have another pinch hitter
Yeah,
coming up.
Mason Coralco as I have a meeting on the mound here. Coach Forbes will come out to talk to Jenkins. Is he going to take the ball from Jenkins? I don't think so. Oh, he is. Well, Jenkins, like Catlett, fails to get an out in the inning. Now stepping to the mound is the DH, Nate Hecox. So Forbes will go to his third pitcher in the inning to try and even get an out.
Well, it's been a tough day, but this inning pretty much exemplifies the whole day. 5 runs are already across, bases still loaded for the Hermits, and they have not registered an out in this inning. The 9th hitter of the inning now coming up as well. So who do we have pitching?
So that's the DH, Nate Hecox now coming into pitch. So I don't know if we'll get to his spot when Millville eventually comes up to bat, but I have to think that that eliminates the DH now.
Yeah.
Which would that mean Shapiro has to hit? I'm not sure how. Yeah, how does it work though, eliminating the DH?
Hecox
now?
would still bat.
Oh, so it really technically
It's
doesn't
just-
eliminate the DH.
Well, no.
Middlecoff's
no,
out.
No. What I'm saying to you is he's now the pitcher.
Yes, but Middlecoff's out. So how does that affect?
See, now this is where we could use Will Morris.
Yeah. Well, I guess. Well, will we even have a chance to find out?
Okay.
Oh, we started to get an explanation from the umpire, then the ball hit the
Well,
fence.
yeah, we got the
We
part
got the
that he mentioned.
the DH is out of the game. We were trying to figure out how the batting would work because it is Middlecoff's spot that is up next. So I guess we'll find out.
We're going to find out, yeah. We're going to find
When
out.
we, I hate to say it, eventually get to the bottom of the 5th. As we still have no outs. Bases are loaded. And Millville is on their 3rd pitcher of the inning. So much that we are running out of space on our fielding alignment.
We've crossed out a lot of pitches.
We are getting closer to Kevin Dick territory here.
Pitches in strike, actually.
Yeah, this really is starting to feel like the inning that will never come to an end.
There's 2 quick strikes on Corelco. Missing on that pitch, 1 and 2. Bases jammed with Hermits, nobody out. Top of the 5th, 5 runs are already across. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Corelco.
Another full count. And nowhere to put him.
Popped up in the infield, moving over to make the play is Mulheron, and that's the first out of the inning.
We have an out. Is that still DJ Floyd? It is.
Yeah, it is because Corelco came in the pinch run as a courtesy run for the catcher when he came in.
Well, no, it was more I'm surprised that they're leaving DJ Lloyd in. It was more everyone else was getting pinch hit for.
Strike is called.
It was more of a I'm surprised kind of words escape me. It's been a long game.
1 ball, 1 strike on Lloyd. He's 0 for 3 on the day, although he did reach base the lead off this inning on an error. That one smashed.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, a good
That's
hop, skip,
Aiden.
and
That's Aiden Flanagan who nearly got taken out.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not a good idea to stand in the on-deck circle. Pitch bouncing in. That'll even the count of 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, it looked like Hecox was trying to take a little bit off that pitch.
Two offering coming to the plate. That one smashed, and nice scoop. Good tag of the runner.
Unfortunately, the run does score, but it might have been the only play that Reef had.
Well, it was a heady play to tag the runner as he went by. So Lloyd will get an RBI in the fielder's choice.
Yeah, I have a feeling that was probably the only play that Reef could make right there.
Okay, by my scorebook here, that was Williams who crossed the plate. The runner coming into third is out for out number 2.
And up to bat now, who nearly got taken out by DJ Lloyd's foul ball, is Aiden Flanagan.
Left-handed batter, or batting from the left side, I should say. The 11th batter of the inning for St. Augustine. Gets a strike there.
And Hecox now with a chance to get out of the inning.
1-2 pitch coming from the pitcher. That one's fouled off. So Hecox trying to end this inning, and it's been a long one for St. Augustine and for the Millville defense. That one's going to bloop into right field. 1 run. No runs.
No, they hold him, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot there was nobody at third base.
Well, no, yeah, because that probably would have been a close play to send the runner. So Luke Tanzola does hold up. So bases loaded again. Nice bit of pinch hitting. As our next pinch hitter, John Edis.
So they're taking, well,
so
you can re-enter, right? So
that would be Arachi's.
Arachi's spot, so.
Well, I don't think anybody's re-entering at this point.
That's true.
Well, except DJ Lloyd.
That one's lofted to deep center field, going back, and it's going to be a grand slam! Boy, you can't put a ribbon and bow much better than a grand slam. Of course, it's in the spot on the lineup where we got the first pitch home run. Arachi led off this game with a home run. And now we get a grand slam. John Edis.
Yeah, that leadoff spot must be pretty lucky as Edis gets a real good chunk of this one, and Cottrell can only watch that one go. So coming up to bat, Austin Gilson.
Wow.
Yeah, that's about all
you can say is wow.
As
capping things off with a grand slam.
We joked that the Hermits might get to 23 in one game while they're at 19.
Oh.
So 23 very much in play. Which is not something you expect to say in one game.
10 runs in the inning. That pitch is outside. Now Austin Gilson came into this game in this inning to pinch hit. He got a single, and he's up again. And he launches that one. This one's going to stay in the yard, however, and it is caught out there by Marcellus Preston to end a very long 5th inning. As we mentioned, 10 runs in the inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits. And nobody left on base. So there you have it. 10 runs in the inning as we watch the grand slam right there off the bat of John Edis. A 10-run inning for the Hermits, and it's 19-0.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Well, new pitcher on the mound for the Hermits, Ethan Suppy. I'm going to say both because then I can't be wrong. It is Suppy. Thank you. I should just wait for you to say names.
I did ask about that one. Yeah.
That was my first thought, but ends a heck of a game for Jamison Dobis, and I just have a feeling it's a matter of he sat too long.
Could be.
Because he was throwing quite a game, but I wish I knew how long that inning was. I didn't catch the time that that inning started. I just wish I knew just for the sake of knowing.
Yeah, that was a very long inning.
And so I do have a feeling that played into Dobis coming out of the game. Or again, maybe Coach Ney again wanting to get pretty much his entire bench into the game. Wholesale changes around the entire field.
Folks, you don't understand. We have a comedy show that goes on behind us every time, and
I will say,
I can't possibly say what he just said.
I believe the only one who remains in this game is DJ Lloyd. The catcher is still in the game. I believe that is the only one. So we have our answer right here.
All right, a couple of things we do want to mention. The play at third base that was made in foul territory, that was Coach Ney.
That is Coach Ney.
Coach Ney that snagged that.
Oh, and I say this in the nicest way. Surprise, surprise. Will Morris. Thank you.
Now, Will's a definite friend of Twin Broadcasting for sure. Okay.
And we've got a couple things.
All right, got to flip the page here.
And we are being told that may have been Edis's first hit on varsity if we're talking about John Edis. And what a first hit. Welcome to varsity.
That's how you do it. You get your first hit as a grand slam in a 10-run inning. Not too shabby.
We have our answer of who's batting. I'm still confused by it because it's Travis Jenkins, who came out of the game. So I wonder if it was who pitched last became the official pitcher. I don't know. That wasn't said in any way correctly, but.
Well, I think at this point it's just a matter of getting the 3 outs, regardless as to what. Millville would have to score 10 runs to keep this game going. I don't see that happening.
Yeah. Never say never.
Yeah, especially since you may have a leadoff walk here. And we do have a leadoff walk.
Yeah, sorry, we were getting a little caught up in all the changes and
All right, so
Giving credit where credit is due.
that is Jenkins who batted. Right?
That is Travis Jenkins, who just drew the walk.
So he is placed in the spot where Brady Middlecoff is
Yeah, I
batting.
still don't know how it works, but we at least got our answer of who's batting. As Lasavita will step to the plate.
That one's well stroked to right center, and it's going to be caught out there. Good job of tracking it down. Now, that's not Mario Christopher anymore,
We
right?
have wholesale changes out there. That is Luke Tanzola.
Okay. Yeah.
Try to get you real quick what our field looks like. That is Andrew Wilkinson at first.
Well, I'll let you take care of the fielding then.
Well, I'm going to try if I can see everybody's numbers is the question. We had our new center fielder. We had our new pitcher, as that one's a strike. At shortstop appears to be John Edis. Again, congrats to him on his first varsity hit, the grand slam. I'll tell you, the only player that's still in the game, that has been in the game the whole time, is the catcher, DJ Lloyd. That one I can tell you for certain, as that one goes high. That is Adam Williams at third. And I don't have good eyesight. I'll tell you, the second baseman, thank you for turning around, is Austin Gilson. But unfortunately, my eyesight is not great. I cannot tell you who is in right and left. By process of elimination, we probably could, but... Ooh, that one. Yeah, you could hear that one hit Mario Cottrell. As that'll turn the lineup over for Cole Moharan.
All right, that'll put runners at first and second with one out. Yeah, maybe we can do it that way. So Corelco's probably the right fielder based on that.
Most likely.
All right. Tanzola. Who'd you say was in center field?
Well, you said who was in center field, if I'm going to be honest with you. We're trying, everyone. We're trying.
Again, wholesale changes, so.
Well, Cottrell's still walking it off over there, and I believe he's going to come out of the game. So coming in to pinch run is Matt Gilbert. Yeah, that one hit Cottrell pretty hard. So taking a look there, number 24,
Okay.
Luke Tanzola.
All right, so that's what we thought. Okay. So we're just going to say that whoever batted for those position players are playing the field in the same spots.
As that one is in for a strike.
Runners take their lead, swing and a miss. O'Haron is 0 for 2 on the day. And doing pretty much what Jamison Dobis did. We get a strikeout on the leadoff man in the lineup order, I should say.
And Marcellus Preston, we have to say it, the last chance for Millville. We mentioned it was going to be pretty tough for Millville to put up 10 in this inning. But they'd like to at least get one and not be shut out. It's Ethan Soupy looking to get the final out of this one.
That one's lashed into left field for a hit. Everybody will just move up a base.
Yeah, not quite enough to score Jenkins over from third, but keeps the inning alive. Trevor Yeager, you can't get 10 runs on one at bat, but with the day Yeager's had, he'd like to put a couple RBIs under his name. It's been a tough day.
So the bases are loaded now for the Thunderbolts with 2 down. Yeager does not come up with that pitch.
Yeah, I have a feeling he's looking for the home run.
Soupy's next pitch is high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike on Yeager. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Boy, he fired that one in there. And he's 1 strike away from making sure that St. Augustine scores a shutout. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Yeager. That one's hit to third. The throw to second base is in time. And St. Augustine, 5 innings of domination, pitching, hitting, and just getting it done. Our final score, St. Augustine comes away with a 19-0 victory. So in the 3 games that they have played this season, they now have 42 runs.
And nearly equaled those first 2 games in 1 game. The Hermits are good at everything. We've seen that in pretty much any sport we've watched them in, but they were certainly great in baseball today.
Well, it got started with a first pitch home run, and it didn't stop there. It ended with a grand slam. A grand slam by John Edis, who, as Will Morris, our authority on St. Augustine sports, lets us know that that was his first career hit, and it capped off a very, very big 10-run inning. So 19-0 is our final score. We'll take a timeout here and be back with our post-game festivities in just a moment.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QVC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QVC for today's exciting event.
Well, we're back here at Mike Trout Field, where we saw quite a performance by the visitors from St. Augustine, the Hermits defeating the Millville Thunderbolts 19-0, and runs have been coming in bunches for St. Augustine so far. They entered this game, I believe, with 23 runs in the first 2 games. They almost matched it today with 19. And Coach Mike Ney, tell us about this offense, because 42 runs in 3 games is quite a bit.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. We have good approaches at the plate right now. Guys not trying to do too much, doing their job, knowing their strengths, knowing their weaknesses. Some situational hitting, taking advantage of stuff on the base paths. Just staying focused and locked in right now.
And of course, the very first pitch of the game left the yard, so that's a pretty good start to any team.
Yeah, it's a pretty good way to start a game. So 1 run right off the bat. So Joey's a phenomenal player too. So he was locked in, ready to go. He's a spark plug at the top, and as he goes, the team goes.
And it was only one kind of, and I'm going to call it a hiccup because of the way that your pitcher pitched today. Had that second inning, I believe it was. Let me take a look at the book here, where Millville did get their first 2 runners on, but then it was a pitcher's day after that. Great job done by your pitcher today, Jamison Dobis, right? I have to try to get these names right, but after those 2 guys got on base, he just took total command.
Yep, Jamo's doing a great job filling up the strike zone right now, throwing 2 pitches for a strike in any count, basically, commanding the zone, letting his defense play behind him when he needs to. I think at one point he struck out like 7 in a row, so 8.
Yeah, all
right, I'll take the bonus. So filling it up, doing what he needs to do, and trusting his day. It's easy to pitch when you trust the guys behind you, and he's got good enough stuff to get some swing and misses and take advantage of it when he gets into a plus count.
And of course, with the offense coming, the pitcher's always getting a little more confident in throwing, just firing it in there the way he did. So great job by him. But even the pinch hitters that came in, everybody contributed everything they can. That 10-run inning was phenomenal because it was done mainly by your bench players.
Yeah, we have a really good mix of some veterans, returners, and then an influx of some youth that can. We got a lot of two-way guys who can do a little bit of everything, play multiple positions. They can swing the bat, they can pitch. So we're fortunate. We got a good club, and just got to keep it rolling right now.
All right. Well, Mike Ney, the head coach of the St. Augustine Hermits, 3-0 start to the season, and the offense exploding. They're getting pitching and all sorts of good things. We have 2 players that we're going to feature as well. We'll do that right after this timeout. Thank you, Coach. Great performance today. Super.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
High school baseball.
It's live on Twin Broadcasting.
Back here at Mike Trout Field again, the St. Augustine Hermits putting a wallop on the Thunderbolts with a 19-0 victory. Our Melendez here with our 2 stars of the game. Though when you score 19 runs, it's a little hard to pick stars. To my right, Jamison Dobis. To my left, John Edis. We'll start with Dobis. It seemed like you were kind of locked in pretty much the entire way. Obviously, that second inning, a little hiccup there, get a couple runners on, but you almost took that as a challenge after that when Millville didn't score, and let's just see what happened after that. Strikeout. We could continue going on. Did that just kind of fuel you from there once you get out of that inning?
Yeah, I just got in a rhythm, and once I was in the zone, I just couldn't get out of it, so.
And how much does it help you when Joe Arachi leads off the game with a home run?
It helps everyone, really. It just sets the tone for us, and, you feel pretty confident after that.
And I have a feeling that 10-run inning had something to do with the fact that you weren't able to finish the game, but how fun was it to see that 10-run inning from your teammates?
It was awesome. It's always good after you have a good outing, and then you get to watch your offense do that, so.
And we're going to talk to this guy next to you in a second. John Addis, a part of that 10-run inning. When a guy's able to get his first varsity hit, you guys are happy, but how about getting it on a grand slam?
Yeah, it's pretty cool for him. Yeah.
And we'll talk to that man right now, John S. It seemed like the leadoff spot was pretty lucky for you guys today. Arachi leads off the game with a home run. You come in his spot with a grand slam. How does that feel to get your first hit out of the way, number one, but do it with 4 runs on the board?
Feels pretty cool. It feels cool.
And how nice is it to see that all of the bench guys getting to come in and really contribute in one way or another in that inning?
It's fun that we all get at-bats after we're up a lot, so just getting a hit is fun.
And what is it about this team that's just been able to score runs this season? We talked about it, 23 runs in the first 2 games. You guys nearly matched that in 1 game. What's been working offensively for this team?
I don't know, just passing it to the next guy, getting hits.
Again, that's our 2 stars of the game, Jamison Dobis and John Edis. As again, the Hermits come into Millville and put up 19 runs in a 5-inning mercy rule. These 2 teams will face again tomorrow, but we'll be back to wrap this one up here from Mike Trout Field. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great health care for everyone.
He was there in the temple with Zechariah. He delivered God's message to Mary. He announced the news to the shepherds. He protected the boy Jesus. He saw the water turn to wine. He led the angels to minister to Jesus in the garden. He stands in the presence of God. His name is Gabriel, and he is the witness.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
At Mintz Insurance.
It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QVC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QVC for today's exciting event.
Well, we had quite a performance to view. It was from the visitors, unfortunately for Millville, but St. Augustine is showing why they're going to be one of the best teams in South Jersey this year. Again, 42 runs in 3 games. That's 14 runs a game. And today with a 10-run 5th inning to cap it off and a grand slam to cap it off, just a tremendous performance today by St. Augustine.
Yeah, and you can't really pick any player out. I mean, I know we talked to Edis, who had the grand slam, because it was his first varsity hit, but we could have talked to pretty much anybody that stepped into the box for this Hermits team, because they pretty much all had a hand in this win, and it was especially, I'm sure, nice for the Hermits that all the bench guys able to come in, and they all contribute in that inning as well. It just goes to show how deep this Hermits team is, that it's not just the starters getting it done, it's everyone else as well. As Edis said, it's just passing it to the next guy.
As Coach Mike Nace said, St. Augustine was very good at working the count. They certainly did it early in the game. Only 3 innings by the Millville starter today, Brady Middlecoff, and in those 3 innings, he threw 79 pitches. So
that'll do it.
That is proof that the batters for St. Augustine definitely worked the counts. Several full counts. They fouled off pitches on full counts, and they just did everything right. Defensively, they didn't really have to do too much because the pitcher handled things.
Yeah, I mean, Dobis definitely did what he needed to do on the mound, and as we were saying, aside from those 2 runners on in the second inning, it was strikeout times, about 10. It almost felt like in that consecutive streak there, I think it was, what was it, 8 straight strikeouts? 8 straight
strikeouts, yeah.
So, and no one touched, did anyone, I think we had 2 base runners the rest of the game after that second inning?
Well, the reliever gave up two well,
that
actually,
was it.
They got the bases loaded at that point, but it was 19-0 at that point, so it was just a matter of finishing it up. So St. Augustine just dominant throughout the game, got the leadoff home run on the first pitch, and they were off and running after that. 2 runs, 1 run, 3 runs, 3 runs, and 10 runs. Those are the numbers per inning as far as the run total is concerned. It all totals up to a big 19-0 victory and a 3-0 record for the St. Augustine Hermits. Millville is now 2-2 on the season. They'll be looking for a little bit better fortunes tomorrow, although they face the same team. So hopefully they'll get a little bit more on the scoreboard, or at least score some runs. Just do anything they can to make it a little bit more competitive. 19-0 is a one-dominated team.
Yeah, it's always nice to go back up against the same team that you did. When I had talked to Coach Forbes before the Hamilton game, we called that one a revenge game, and I have to think it's a little more than revenge on the Thunderbolts' mind after a 19-0 game. So they'll try to go in to St. Augustine tomorrow and try and get some hits, get some runs on the board, and go from there.
All right, so that's pretty much a wrap here from Mike Trout Field. I want to thank our people that work the game, of course, our director, Ryan Narowski, and our camera people, and somebody behind the scenes here keeping all the stats on the scoreboard for us. Liam Mulheron, Maddie Landerman, and Jenna Dacey helping us out with the broadcast. For Ariel Melendez, yours truly, Fred Melendez, thank you very much for tuning in. And we definitely want to thank everybody who commented today. Some great observations from those who watched on Facebook Live. We appreciate that. Will Morris, I love you, so thank you for your input as well. Anytime St. Augustine's involved with us here, Will's there with us, and he is definitely a big part of the broadcast whenever we do St. Augustine games. As far as that little corner thing that you see at the bottom of your screen there, anyone who needs any kind of DJ for any kind of party, big-time wedding, backyard barbecue, and I want to make mention, since I'm allowed to do this, okay, every Wednesday night I have karaoke at Steakhouse in Buna. I know there's a lot of people out there who like to sing. You can come out, have a great meal, have yourself a nice time. A great bartender named Stephanie that will definitely take care of your food and drink needs. And again, all the singers, you're always welcome. It's right there on Route 54 near Buna High School. Come on out and sing some karaoke every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock start. I call it Karaoke Night in America, but we'd like to have you there. If you enjoy singing and doing karaoke, come on out Wednesday nights at 7 o'clock.
After tuning into some Millville baseball, of course, because we do have a couple Wednesday games, so you can go right from baseball.
That's right. There you go. A little baseball and a little musical activity. Thank you so much again for watching. We will see you next time here on Quinn Broadcasting.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.